So yeah, ladies and gents, welcome back to another episode of Brag with Your Brand podcast. I'm Josh from Deed Freak Media. Without further ado, we've got Mr. VibeCity. Jarren, how's it, man?
One guy
You alright? Thanks for joining
outside.
us.
No stress.
We're outside, but we're inside. Yo, yeah, you've been on a impressive run, my guy. It's been photography, it's been social media, it's been DJing, it's been
Events.
car works, it's
Sure.
been events, and now YouTube. So, to those that don't know you, a small intro if you don't mind.
Jarren Beaton from VibeCity.
Yeah,
I do everything.
I do everything.
I do everything.
Yeah, well done, bro. No, on a real, thank you very much for taking some time out, to come and have a chat with us. As you know, as told you before, how your idea turned into a side hustle and how you can maintain it. So, it's good that you say you do a bit of everything because obviously the times and the currency and the market and the country, excuse me, also the city that we live in, is good to have multiple streams of income,
Content.
So, without further ado, like, I'm gonna just dive into a couple of random questions. I know if you're like a little bit nervous or
There. We're chilling, excited.
yeah, okay, 100%. So without further ado, I'm gonna touch on the last two aspects of what I just mentioned now. So the car scene and the YouTubing thing, right? We've had this comments, and I ask everybody that comes to take a seat on the pod, what is their input or what would they say they can comment on in this aspect. Did you actually go to school to become a mechanic or a YouTuber? Don't be ashamed to say no if you didn't.
What is funny there? I went to Newton Tech. So
Okay.
at Newton Tech, you have the workshops where we have
Yeah,
cutting
yeah.
and turning workshop, the woodworks and all that.
Yeah.
I took mechanical.
Okay.
So I was learning about camber in high school.
Okay.
That's the funny part is those textbooks. Obviously, we're learning everything about the car. So
Yeah.
I was learning about camber in high school.
Yeah.
I never ever wanted to become a mechanic. I'm still
Okay.
not a mechanic, but
Did you pass the mechanical thing though?
fire marks.
Okay. Hey, okay. Yeah, well done, well done. And the YouTubing thing, was there any sort of formal, when I say formal, did you go to a class or like take an online course for
Nah, I'm self-taught in everything except the mechanical side.
except the mechanical
of
side?
school. 'Cause of school.
Okay, cool. So you said you went to Newton Tech and you walked in right on the bridge of the after the pod video. So what would you say? How do you, if you could describe your audience size for me, one on TikTok and two, or let's make YouTube first because this is predominantly on YouTube. What are your feelings about the audience?
I feel good about it. I wish I could be further up, but I'm not.
What are you on at the moment? I know which one, but for viewers' sake, what are you on at the moment?
I'm on like 5.9, I think. 5.9 thousand
I
subscribers.
think it's more, man.
But nah, I don't think so. Because I don't think so.
Fact check.
I think it's like 5.89, one of the two. I don't think it's 6. It's almost 6. Subscribe. Let's make it 6.
5.81.
Oh,
So
wait.
it was a bit more than 5.6. No, well done. Congratulations, definitely, bro. I had a like a time watching this. I sold the car that started it all. I don't think I got to tell you because
Saddest
immediately
video.
after that, I got into the pod. I think I don't even know why I think I had Ella here that day, but it's something that I can relate to with the golf.
Real
that I-
emotional vibes.
yeah, please don't cry on the podcast, but it's just a safe space. Don't worry. Yeah. So I want you to walk me through, like, kind of, obviously you just said the whole mechanical thing at school, and then obviously after school not wanting to become a mechanic. What happened that you actually not became a mechanic but started fiddling with cars?
A lot of people don't know, or a few people know, that I had a green toy in high school
Okay.
that my grandmother bought for me.
Okay.
My uncle is driving it now.
The one that you were next to me by Pools and Beats with? no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is my car when I was in grade 10.
Okay.
I never had interest in it.
Okay.
In grade 11 came, it is 2020 COVID.
Okay.
So COVID was like, we didn't have anything to do.
Yeah.
All
you
of us were
started
fidgeting
fiddling.
on everything. You want to touch this, you want to touch that. But keep in mind, I was always into cars. It was
Yeah.
always a thing that
This is
must
Slam
happen.
City. If you're not into cars, you into maybe one of 4 or 5 other
That's
things.
around cars.
Yeah.
Because ultimately our city is full of cars. Everywhere you go, you're gonna find a slow car, fast car,
loud car.
Yeah, some is just loud. It's not fast, but
no reason. But we like
you
you
know.
anyway. We like you anyway. Just don't do it at my event when I posted big, no revving. Please, man.
But once you post no revving, they will rev.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you about it. We're gonna get into context for the audience, because there's a vast difference between okay, wait, we'll get there. Sorry. So next question, obviously lining up, is what was the motivation into the stance game? Was there a specific person you saw, somebody you spoke to, a magazine you walked past? I don't know, Speed and Sound magazine, maybe off the top of my head. Shout out Speed and Sound.
Big shout out. For me, Love More Stance.
Okay.
2017. Best year. 2017, 2019 was the best year.
That was my second Love More also.
Yeah. Now, Love More was like popping off. City Nation was big at that. I remember I was probably like
32.
I might.
Yeah.
I'm probably like 13 at the time. I'm 13.
And they let you in at
I
Love More?
finished school young. Huh?
Did they let you in at Love More being 13?
Yeah, the trike. The camp and trike.
I remember seeing you on the track. I saw the Dwayne's video, ne?
Yeah, but it was
Yeah, shout out
2019.
local.
It was 2019. So,
I think he's lying about his age here, ne? How do you go from 13 to 19 in 2
I
years?
said it was 2019.
Oh, sorry. Okay, let's fact check. Take it back. Let's talk about it.
But yeah, in 2017, my uncle had a 2012. They call it a straight still. I don't know what's the real name for it. I think it's not a starlet, but it's like a starlet. And well, we went in. Shout out to Keenan Burkett. Cut. I didn't even know Cut.
Yeah.
But I knew someone that knew Cut.
Okay.
Introduced me to Cut. Me and Cut became. Keep in mind, I'm 13 at the time. I know a lot of things about cars, but I don't know how to turn coilovers down. I don't know how to do any of this. I'm short. I look young.
You're both short,
30.
actually.
Nah, he's still short.
Yeah.
So I didn't know any of these things, and Kat had a polo at the time.
Yeah.
Everyone was made of that polo, and you were struggling. And then, some reason, he told me to help him. I didn't know anything.
Is this after or before the introduction? Of?
This is after the introduction.
Okay.
We were already introduced in, and he just put me in on it. So I started turning his car down. I didn't even know. I just saw that he's doing this. So I started doing this. Yeah. And boom, car was on the floor. After that, I met Butti the same moment.
Okay.
Junior Bootman.
Yeah. Shout out Butti.
Big shout out. And then I met him. At the time, he obviously had the Mark II. And the inspiration was there. Everything was there.
You know, the sad thing is that I never actually got to meet Butti. I'm going to get his, hopefully, Tuffy, if you're watching this, shout out to you. I definitely want to have a chat with you. And I also never got to meet fricadel, I can't get to his name now because at this time in 2017 I wasn't living in PE yet. I was living in Joburg at the time, but
you come from Joburg?
No, I'm from PE, but I moved to Joburg. I just used to make sure that I have work to do here in PE during that time. So it's kind of like sneak peeking towards the events. There's a lot that I missed out, and to be honest with you, it's something I look back on now. Like I used to come to Lovemore in PE. Shout out to Lovemore. Listen carefully what I'm about to say, because I used to come to Lovemore in PE, living in Joburg, but I didn't go to a single car show in Joburg. Not one.
The vibe is just different in same city. Okay, but Joburg cars are hard. Joburg cars are hard.
We're gonna get to it now, but there's a vast difference, I think, like city to city.
Yeah, there's a big difference in every city.
The way like people in America say Detroit is famous for factories. The way Miami is famous for parties and lack of vibes, and Texas and New York is the place for the millionaires. Or, don't quote me, I'm just saying, but I mean it's similar in PE, but moving on, you're saying that this is obviously you've had a formal education and now you're getting a street education, if I can put it that way. Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
How does the street education then evolve to somebody that's now, shout out, you're also having your first official event? It's taken some time. I've told her this offline. I'm going to say it online also. It's taken some time. But congratulations, you've done it, bro.
5
It's on the way. 5 years.
I'm doing parkour for 5 years.
Okay. No,
That's
congratulations, bro. Definitely. But I mean, now, how does your street education combined with your education, kind of inspire, like you say now, the parkours? This is basically for people that are out of town. If you guys haven't checked Jarren's channel out yet, well, you can tell him.
Check it out.
You tell
We
him.
slam cars.
Yeah.
We do everything.
Yeah, in and around cars, eh? So he's got this setting or format where we have like a free entry parkour. So it's not too much about
It's just the chill, honestly.
yeah, just a
It's
chill,
just
and then he goes
bring everyone
around
together.
and he gives some random people or specific people the time to showcase their build, basically.
Yeah.
No? More or less.
On the channel, we always go into depth with certain people,
Yeah.
show certain cars, certain mods.
Mm.
So,
But it's not only at the park, of course. I've seen, I don't know, I think the last one I saw is with Chino, ne? Where you go like to a specific
yeah, I went to
person, not at
Gino's
the
house.
park.
You were there? You were there?
Yeah, I met
Yeah,
you.
you were there with
You still
Brian.
ate all the chicken here, remember? Yeah.
I don't need chicken. Divorce. Ha!
Yeah, divorce. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so with regards to that, how does one go from learning this stuff in a book, like just for younger viewers or the next generation to come, reading this stuff in a book one day, you need this to tighten a wheel, you need that to be talked to a certain extent, or like the camera settings you say now, and then the next day you kind of like using a formal education to do like something that is like, it is actually a career.
It is.
It is actually a
It is.
career, but at this point, I'm assuming you're not that serious about it. So you're thinking about more of a hobby. Am I right?
In a way, right now, I'm trying to get as serious as I can.
Okay.
But just a lot of things, life just eats you, and then
Yeah,
if
no,
you get
life is
sidetracked.
definitely.
But ultimately, this is what I want to do. It's my career for me. I want to get full into YouTube, do the car stuff, workshop, the works, everything is just, it's a must. It might not happen now, but next month or next year, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I am still young. I'm only 20 years old now. I'm only 20. I'm young.
I'm not commenting. Okay, cool. But no, I really wish you, on a serious note, I really wish you well. I hope you achieve that goal. Is there anybody that you would like to shout out with regards to the whole setup you're describing, where they have like a workshop setting and they like have a Zoom in? Are you like gonna just showcase what you guys are doing, or do you want to have like actual tutorials in educational form for YouTube?
I think I would do a lot of everything. Mainly because
Love everything.
my barber told me yesterday.
Who's your barber? Give him a shout out.
I have two barbers. Shout out to
He's
narrators.
cheating?
I'm not cheating. He just
Okay.
I bust my old barber, so sharp.
Okay.
But yeah, Ready Writers and Kieran Boundary, big shout out. Always
Shout
keeping
out,
me
guys.
fresh every week.
Okay.
Fresh Fade Fridays.
Okay. Yo. Yo. Check that one out. Nah, quite. So your barber said sorry?
Yeah, he was like saying that I should make more educational type of vibes. Like,
Education is big on you.
because yeah, and at the end of the day, a lot of people know coilovers, wheels.
Yeah. 100%.
They don't know how to get the front of the car lower, the back of the car lower. There's so many things, so many
Exhaust,
cutting.
drop plates,
It's a whole lot of things.
C-notching,
Exactly
extended
my point.
mounts.
When you see a car, you think coilovers, airbags, and wheels.
Yeah.
But you don't think how much that guy cut into his body, how much money he spent on extra things just to tuck the wheel just that much more.
Yeah. Now I know that extra couple of centimeters.
It's a lot of work for 2 centimeters.
It is a lot of work, but I was also say this is like where I don't want to make it sound risky, like life or death type of things. But I mean, I'm sure you won't mind. You've had a couple of instances where I'm sure you could have claimed IOD from YouTube with the grinder. Ne? You've had a couple of grinder moments. I was like, yo, this guy needs a.
Bruh, I'll never forget my first grinder moment. Keep in mind the weird thing, ne? I'm doing the stuff for years off camera. But once I started taking video of it, everything went south.
So should you turn the lens on now? All the problems.
Bruh,
it is like
it's weird because I remember I was cutting Shakil's exhaust for Love More. We were cutting the exhaust off. I don't know why, but I remember us cutting the exhaust off.
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 Okay.
But I was cutting the exhaust. I just feel something smack me. I don't even know what it was. I just heard Shaquille scream, wait, wait, wait.
Mm.
In the video, you see me asking, why must I wait? And then I looked at the blade, and the blade was in half.
Yeah, hectic.
And I saw the video, the blade smacked my face.
Mm.
Keep in mind, the blade is going fast when you cut
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
That thing
100%.
smacked my face. I didn't feel a thing.
So for those of you that are also like not familiar, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to link a video yet. If you can show me, I'll do it. I'll link a video of you with a grinder.
Oh, yeah.
But I want you guys to understand that like what he's describing is not like somebody taking a chance somewhere, wherever they find a plug point to plug in a grinder. But this is what we call in South Africa. I'm sure somebody from outside of South Africa will see this sooner or later. But like a backyard build in terms of not in the backyard, but this is not like a formal setting where you've
Street
got
build.
like state of the art equipment
Yeah.
and all the safety
We're using what
precautions
we
and
got.
stuff is followed. I hope you're giving a shout out there. Don't try this at home.
Try it at home, bro.
At
I'm
own
trying
risk.
it at home. At own risk.
Okay.
Or don't try it at home. Try it at your friend's house.
Okay, they're good one, good one. But it's interesting to see because I mean like he's one of a few guys that I know off the top of my head, but it's very nice to see that our circumstances in our city don't limit us to opportunities.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
So that's why I always ask, like, with regards to the educational thing, there's nothing right or nothing wrong with regards to having an education, but it's just that certain industries are more dependent on a formal education, going to college or going to university or following a YouTube course, which I've done in the beginning. And I'm not gonna lie, I learned quite a lot. So last year, this podcast was supposed to kick off. I don't know if I told you.
That
Lolo's in the morris me, but definitely, I decided, okay, I'm applying for a bursary now at work. So the people at work just said, look, dude, there's not enough applicants. Don't share something you want to study. I opened the YouTube channel already and was like, okay, let's go study digital marketing. Why not?
one time.
Yeah, I went for it, and yeah. So there's certain industries where the stuff help you, and there's certain industries where it does not. Like, can you tell me anything you learned in maths class that you still use today?
I don't care about X, Y, Z. I never ever had to find the X. I never had to find the Y.
It's one of those things, and it's
Nah.
exactly the same with geometry. It's just like you need to know how to drive skew over a speed bump. You need to be able to stop on an uphill at a good point, and you're good to go. You know? But on a serious note, our education system isn't the best, right? And I think we don't take care of our teachers. And then we turn around and say our education system is what it is because of the teachers. You know, I don't know if you know any teachers, but shout out to you guys. I hope things are about to change. Sorry for the serious moment, but
Real deep.
yeah, let's bleep it out. I'm sorry, but on a serious note, like I'm saying, the YouTube thing, educational vibe is like really, really big, bro. The podcasting is also going up. I understand you have a podcast as well on the way.
We do.
You must
Perpetual
definitely link
podcast.
us.
I'll leave the link in the description. You will.
Yeah.
You will.
Give
Perpetual
us the name.
podcast. Perpetual podcast.
Perpetual. Where does that name come from?
Never ending podcast. Something that we always want to do.
Who's we?
Me, myself, Bjorn, and I don't know if Vicky will be in this, but I know he's
He
into
will
it.
come. I'm
And
sure
then
he will.
another friend of mine, Antonio Prince and Shane Lipothitter.
Okay.
Bjorn
So it's
Pester.
the four of you with
Yeah.
a random guest, or is it just the four of you that
It
go
will
around?
be four of us a lot, and then random guests at the time.
Okay.
See, every now and then you will pop in. But like
No, I definitely want to pop in.
Oh, wait.
You know,
Put you on the hot seat.
Yeah, put me in the hot seat. This is something a little bit I don't want to say awkward, but
Drink water, guys.
yeah, drink water. There's not a lot of podcasts at the moment in PE. Right?
No, not in PE.
And I actually ran into somebody this morning. He was like, "Hey, bro, I'm watching it. Keep up the good news." I was like, "Hey, bro,
See,
that's motivation."
I want to speak
right
about
there.
it. I want to speak about it.
Mm.
Well, I walked in now when you were doing a video with Zuba. And you were speaking about you that hit 100 and what?
105, yeah.
105. I spoke
I'm really
yesterday.
happy with my 105.
But yesterday I told my barber. And the funny part is I literally said 100 subscribers to my barber. But 100 subscribers is a lot of people. If you put now
Yeah.
100 people in this room is full of people.
Let me give you the terminology I used with Shukri for the first episode of Brag with the Brain podcast. I asked him what school he went to, and he said that his best video done 10,000. So if you actually look at, I don't know, I kissed a girl at Newton Tech once, and then her father chased me away. But I would assume at Newton Tech seats about 2,500.
Bruh, they're around 1,000.
So you pull up at school
You
four
pull up a
times.
school, bruh.
You get what I'm saying?
10,000 is a lot of
Yeah,
people.
I mean, you have 2 Newton Techs now for your sub list.
Yeah.
If you're actually looking at it, you get what I'm saying? So people don't really, don't really, but they don't give as much credit due on the digital platforms where they should.
That's the problem, because we all watch videos of big YouTubers that have millions of views.
Yeah.
Guys and at 5 million views on a video, then we're like, Joe, it's a lot. Now you go watch me, let's say 5,000 views. Maybe it's the same thing. Maybe we did the exact same thing. But just because I have 5,000, like, 5,000. That's 5,000 people is a lot of people.
5,000 people is a lot, bro.
That's a lot.
Excuse me, it's got a lot to do with the 3 news that we're gonna get into now. But just on the topic, I think, like, what's your favorite shoe brand? Techie or shoe?
Always Nike. And Nike's out, bro.
Okay, so Nike's up, but if you had to see now, I don't want to clown any brand, so I'll just use my own name. Teach Freak Media sneaker, manufactured yesterday, and today I put it on the rack next to your favorite pair of Air Force Ones. If you had a blind choice to choose either or, where you going?
It depends. I'm not biased. I like something that looks good.
No, for sure, but what I'm trying to say is you've been buying Nikes for a couple of pairs now. This is not your first pair. So in my mind, I'm like this. I like Adidas, but at a certain point in time, I couldn't find Adidas, so I bought Nikes. But there's nothing wrong with the Nikes. But now I'm trying to say, I've had 3 pairs of Adidas. They do it for me. They tick all my boxes that I'm looking for. If I see that next to something now from whoever, VibeCity, or D3, right next door, that is a week old, I'm going with what I know, bro. You get what I'm saying? True, There's nothing wrong with supporting you, right? I'm trying to really push it. We had a conversation about it. We'll get into it also. But since last year, I'm trying to push what is around me, because it's not to get old. Don't get me wrong, but I think we've got a lot of in-house or in-city talent, if I can put it that way. And a lot of people don't actually get the opportunity to showcase what they're doing. There is obviously going to be a time where it becomes awkward, or we're tripping over each other's feet, or whatever the analogies and stuff are. But I think there's more than enough. Well, let me not say more than enough, but there's enough for everybody to kind of have a corner, if I can put it that way.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Even as small as P is, I think it will be a bit wonky, mind your word I learned, wonky, to kind of like want to just do your thing for the whole city kind of vibe, man. You know what I'm saying? It would be nice. It would be nice, don't get me wrong. But I think it's a bit too much, man. You know? Because there's always a different opinion, a different style, which kind of brings me like to my next question is the different styles or the evolution of the categories that we know as classics. How are you picking up on it? The science categories that we got at the moment. How are you picking
that
up?
I have?
No.
Oh,
I mean in general. In general.
I'm not gonna lie. It's not really the best.
Yeah, that's why.
Reason being, okay, no, I will say it's alright, but the way they judge it is not right. I made a TikTok video last year about this exact same thing, and I've got like 50k views, and a lot of people is agreeing. Everyone is feeling the same way. You can't. I don't know. I'm not doing the stuff that long, but how do you judge?
Can we debate this?
We can, yeah.
A brutal argument. We're not gonna swear. We're not gonna fight. I don't want to fight you. Okay. I'm just saying I want to have a proper debate about this. So we're gonna get into this now. We're not even gonna take a break. We're gonna go for it. So let's lay it out on the table. What do you not agree with?
I don't agree with the fact that people judge. You know me. I drive my cars on the floor. Aesthetic every day.
Yeah.
Anywhere I go, you're gonna find my car on the floor.
Yeah.
If it's raised, I don't know what. Smack me.
Something wrong with the music.
Something's definitely wrong with the car. But it's always on the floor.
Yeah.
So I don't like winning. I don't like going to shows for winning.
Yeah.
I think that's defeating the purpose of going to the show.
Yeah.
Because you should be going because you want to enjoy yourself. You want to showcase your car that you obviously built or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
You want to enjoy the vibe. You
100%.
want to see nice cars. I mean, that's why I go. I love cars. That's why I'm going.
I'm gonna interject with you there because if that is your end goal, don't put the price in, my friend. You know I've got a son, but I tell him he was very big on soccer. Our whole family is football players. He stopped now because he's getting into gaming and what have you. But I always used to tell him, go out there and have fun. And him growing up, like up until a certain point, he couldn't understand like why you keep on telling me no, it's okay, go out there to have fun. But he came home with a trophy, he came home with a medal on various occasions, then I'm ecstatic because who won't be? But now for him as a child growing up, you God willing you'll get there. But as soon as you get like a small child around you, you learn so much from these people because
It's true. Yeah.
they have a weird way of looking at the world. So it's like, why do I need to go and have fun if there's a medal there? Everybody claps for me, everybody likes me, people are giving me 10 rands, they're giving me free cool drinks and bumpies and stuff because we won the tournament. You get what I'm saying? So that's my opinion, bro. Don't put a prize there, not a trophy necessarily, but don't put a prize there if it's all in the aim of fun, in, bro.
Right, yeah. But now you see, that's the thing. A lot of people go to win.
100%.
Like,
I'm a very competitive. You know me. I'm very
it's nice to be competitive. Like that's what pushes the sport.
100%.
Because if you were still to have your red golf, and now I have a golf, I never wanted a golf, but I have a golf now.
I'm gonna
used to
actually.
hate golf.
You must show me how to tag it video because
Hate
I've got
golf.
one of you, and what is his face? You're gonna see him. Just look here somewhere. As soon as I learn how to tag it video, I'm gonna show you. They actually had something there saying, "I don't want to stand to golf. It's one of the easiest cars." I remember saying that.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stitch that video. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
There, but I would have wanted to look. I have a golf now because my girlfriend's brother Beaton. His golf just did it for me. You know.
Okay.
Is that black golf you always see?
With the VibeCity on.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out Beaton,
So, Beaton, yeah. Big shout out. He's honestly the reason I have a golf now.
Okay.
And you know what's funny? I bought his mother's golf.
Okay. So they are my golf people.
The family's golf people, to be honest. All the brothers have golfs.
So can I make a funny joke?
Yeah.
It was like awkward. She must just forgive me, but is Tamsin's brother not look like? Hey, what happened to you? Take the driver.
Not even.
Not that bad.
No.
Okay.
Everybody supportable.
Okay. If it's not the right, I'll cut it out.
No,
It's just a joke. It's just a joke.
But yeah, like I was saying, I would want to be competitive also because not because I want to outshine you, but I see your guys hitting so hard. Now I'm like, yo, I have to level up. I also have to hit that hard. You get me?
No, for sure, 100%. And the other thing that I also want to add is that the car community, as it is now, let's get to the community in a bit. But you were saying am I right in understanding you're saying the rules are not being followed in the stance competition? Or you're saying the judging?
Yeah.
Or you're saying the criteria isn't correct? Or are you saying that there's not enough competition towards a certain category? And I mentioned all of these three loosely so that you can think about your answer. Because this is all factors that we have.
I like what you asked. I think it's the criteria and the judging. I judged a few times, you see, but obviously I'm judging how I think it should be judged.
That's going to be any judge, but yes, proceed.
But like I was saying, I drive my cars on the floor.
Yeah.
Static.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to a show judging static, I'm judging a car that drives low. I'm not going to give you best static when you come here, check your car up, drop your car. Okay, it's on the floor. It look nice. But once you get your prize, you lift up. Or you don't get your prize, you lift your car up, you drive high as can be. There's no way you can say, this is a fast car because you put on a turbo now with a show. Now you take his turbo off, he's not a fast car anymore. Okay, it's a weird example, but
yeah, but I get where you're going.
Because your car is fast now, it drags. You put your turbo on. I know you can't do that, but you put your turbo whatever on here. But as soon as you leave, you take everything off. Now your car is slow. It used to make 200 kilowatts. Now it's making 100. Now it's not fast.
There's not actually. I've seen that video, and I don't know why I didn't comment.
What video?
The video you're speaking about now to say that best static is
Yeah.
not the right way. In my mind, my opinion, Matthew Pav
Big best static. Big best static guy.
He's a big contender for best static. Shout out to you. I actually want to get in touch with you because I want to have a chat with you guys as well. But he's, for me,
You know what?
he's been doing it for
You know what? It's
a
funny
while.
that me and him stay across each other in Galvin. You see.
Okay.
So there was a time in my videos you always see Matthew's cars in the background if it's outside. But
you didn't miss outside. You missed
not me. His cars, he likes to park his cars in the garage. My car's outside.
Okay.
But,
outside.
Yeah. What's funny that people driving the street and everyone will say that the whole street has low cars because next is in the street where you know the BMWs now.
Yeah.
And then there's another Golf across him on the floor. There's another Golf next to him. Then there's my car, the brown car at the time.
Yeah.
And then it was him with the utility, the Fox. And
where is it, Fox? Is still around?
The Fox is there, bro. The Fox is there. I don't know if I'm supposed to disclose this. The Fox is there.
No, I saw it last year. I'm not disclosing anything. I'm just saying I saw it last year.
Matthew lying to us about selling his cars. It's not selling his cars.
Okay. All right. 900. So, are you saying that it's only this specific category that you're unhappy with, or is there something else you would like to say? I can see your point where you're coming from, but just to answer from my point of view, I've also been around for judging. I've been around for X, Y, or Z. It's not saying you're right, I'm wrong, or vice versa. But as you rightfully mentioned, that your opinion for the day or what you like on the day will more than likely win the prize. And as I said, there's not actually a lot of people that actually drive like that a lot because of the problems that we've been having in the city with regards to metro police and traffic cops and blah 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 blah.
A lot of people just don't have the balls though.
I think it's fair enough to say.
It's fair enough because keep in mind, I'm driving the same city you're driving in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that I know that's on the floor daily. And we all drive past the same roads.
100%.
There's nothing, okay, there's one thing that I can say. A lot of people have bad driveways. So not every car can go in the driveway though. I fully understand that.
While you're on that point, do you think like once upon a time, when people were making driveways and stuff, that they were just like, actually, maybe these guys are gonna scrape because let's just build awkward driveways. You don't think so?
Of it. Imagine in 1950 though, making a driveway. Look here, as bra's gonna have a mark one on the floor one day. Well, let's make a driveway straight.
Yeah.
I
really the roads from the older days, the older roads, let me put it that way, they seem to just be in a lot better shape and they maintained a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Like, noticeably, I'm going to get into this now, what I mentioned to you about the city for city after we get through the categories. But have you driven out of PE before, the Cape Town side?
No. Yeah.
So as soon as you're in the Western Cape, you can literally see it's grey for PE, Eastern Cape, and it's freshly tarred in the Western Cape. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, no. I've got a problem, like, with the... I don't want to be a moaner now, but I mean, like, there's no street lights, bro. Like, there's
no street lights system, bro. It is pure chaos.
Pure black, bro. So
you know when you walk into someone who's walking against each other and you go aside, then they also go outside.
Yeah.
Like, but with cars.
Yeah.
So it's awkward.
It's really hectic. I just think like I just told you now about the other YouTube channel that I got. So Slam City Stance channel, we do something similar. We take you like through a walk, a day in the age, and check it around and all of that things. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll link it down below.
That's fine.
But it's difficult now because there's no street lights. You know what I'm saying? We inside, there's house lights here and there's this big balloon.
There's sometimes not even lights in the houses. South Africa.
Yeah. Awkward moment. Yeah, right. But on a serious note, now you can't see nothing now because you can't ride around with a torch and a camera in your flash.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's not only that, there's like a whole safety aspect also to it. Like you say, now people bump into you and all of that things, you know. So, hey, bro, I don't know where we're heading. But we'll hope man for the best, huh?
Hey, It's one of those things, bro.
Yeah. Give me your, while we're on this thing of the categories now, I think I'm gonna ride this way up until we get to the break, but give me your opinion on best wheel. How do you judge best wheel? I'm gonna put you on the spot now for this. If you don't want to
That is
answer,
a
you skip.
little. I like that one.
Huh?
The thing that I does like about best, obviously this is kind of obvious. I can't give you best wheel if you have a velo wheel on. Everyone has a velo on a golf. A golf. You can't expect you to have a OEM Mola maybe. Maybe it's land, say Mola. You know, we're all gonna love it. But now someone comes, look at Gino. Big shout out to Gino. I'm not favoritism and stuff, and I'm not into that. But I give credit where it's due, bruh. Did you see Gino's wheel? Gino's wheel is high polished. The barrel, the lips, the face, it's high polished, bruh. That thing, when you look at it, bro, you're like, I want it.
Yeah. Well,
I will always give best wheel to, I want that wheel. Because that thing, it just attracts you, man. I'm not gonna be as attracted to a velo wheel, but I'm seeing a bright chrome BBS that's just screaming fire, you know?
I hear you, but maybe you can try and explain it a different way. I'm not understanding what you're saying. So you're saying your criteria for best wheel is
The look, the attraction.
okay, but so you're saying a velo can't look nice on a random car?
No, it can't look that. I'm not saying it can't look nice, but what you're gonna choose a velo BBS that's chromed out, looking fresh. You know, as BBS is gonna slam on your
It's
car.
good you mentioning that, because one of the things I want to ask you also is on which side of the fence are you for OEM versus a rep?
I'm a little on the wire. What
You're
do
a
they,
little
what
bit
do
on
they
the wire.
say? Draadsetter. Because
No, that's perfectly fine. That's just to ask your opinion.
you must know, ne, a lot of people can't afford the OEM stuff. If you're speaking about OEM like the 16,000 rand wheels and they're up, we can't afford it. This is South Africa. Oh, okay, there's people that can afford it. No doubt, a lot of people can afford it.
Yeah.
But a lot of us are not at the means to afford it. And a rep wheel looks just as good as a OEM wheel.
Okay. Comment down below what you think of the rep versus OEM.
Rep versus OEM, I'm on either side, to be honest. I just like a wheel that looks good. It really doesn't matter if it's real or fake, as long as it looks good and it doesn't bend.
Doesn't bend.
You know, the rep wheels bend fast, they crack fast and stuff like that. Not everyone, but I'm talking about fake power.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, look at concept wheels. I'm sure they sell reps, but the wheels is everywhere and it looks amazing. If you look at concept wheels, you're gonna think that is out of box factory, made perfect from OEM dealership.
Yeah.
But it's made by them, you know, and it's fire, bro. Like I don't ever see a reason not to buy a rep wheel.
Okay. Anders, what do you look for? What do you look for in best A? I hope you appreciate what I'm doing here, because I'm kind of building you like up now to your event. And I'm letting you take a little bit of pressure off me now, because I'm going to be judging at an event.
Look, next week, I saw.
Next week. Just give me a sec. Sorry, Raiko was saying. Yeah, he just went through a Goku moment here. Head out and yeah. But you were saying now, like I'm saying, I hope you appreciate this, because this is like a build up to you now with the event coming on. You've got your categories and all of that on the poster, obviously. They give you a chance to shout out the event, but also just so that people understand what are they actually coming to look at for best A, or what must you have as qualifying criteria to be, I don't want to say considered, but taken seriously.
Look, one thing, if you know me, empty bags. Everyone knows this about me. I'm not the bag
but
guy.
You don't have a category for it.
What?
Best A.
Isn't there is best bag is one?
Yeah, so
But I'm not judging that day. I feel like I shouldn't be able to judge. But to answer you, I think it's overall everything best bag. It's like not judging based on show. I wouldn't say judging based on show, but you're gonna look at the boot setup, how you tucking, or you having a nice tight fitment, poke fitment, or tuck. Basically, it's overall how good does car look. I like to look at paint. You know, I polish cars, so I like to look at paint. I like a car the paint must scream.
Must have something to look at.
Yeah, it must be glossy, but it must scream on every car.
Did you check the episode I had with Ella?
No, I did not.
Didn't have it. So we had a bit of a thing like this, also not as deep as we're discussing it now, as in per category. But I mentioned I would like your opinion. You can agree with me, you can disagree with me. Say, leave a comment live. So I said like at the different stance events, there's like this perception in people just like us for a flyby in terms of the condition of the car. So I'm not saying you must have a 25,000 rand spray painting job, but at least make sure that your car is clean.
Yeah.
When,
No
like,
doubt.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but I always say it at my events. If I'm emceeing or go to the person who's emceeing, if it's not me, and say, the judges are on their way, please make sure
The
that
car's
you,
presentable.
yeah, you're
Wipe it
presentable.
off and all that.
Not only that, but I mean, like, we all drink cool drink. Other people are drinking other things or whatever the case may be. But why do you have stuff laying on the seat when people are coming here to judge your car?
At your thing, I was judging at the petrol station thing.
Yeah.
But people's car is dirty.
It was
There's
difficult.
KFC laying all over in the cars. You know, it's after the 25th.
Yeah.
KFC is all over in the cars. Wait, bro, I'm looking.
Are you
Okay,
sure KFC? It was closer to McDonald's. I would have assumed people
I
went to
came with
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah, but I mean, McDonald's is a couple of doors
But
away.
I was KFC.
Where's KFC? KFC is there, right?
They came with the show.
Okay.
But I understand that with people. And I understand a lot of people are not show people. A lot of people don't know to clean the car. They're gonna say, "Oh, yeah, my child," blah blah blah. I understand that because you're not always gonna have a clean car with a child in the car. You check.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, when the MC say, make sure your car is presentable, whatever, just move a bowl around. I mean, there's buns all over. It's nothing to just throw it shows a lot about you also, because if your car is clean, it says a lot about you, bro.
I'm gonna leave you now in the space
People
of
gonna eat me afterwards.
I'm gonna leave you in the space now of organizer and a judge, né? And I'm gonna be a spectator now for a minute. So we're doing like a role play type of vibes, you check.
Pause.
But I can't understand why you would get to a car event, because number one, if you're not coming there for the vibe, then you're coming there for the coverage or the footage, right?
Or to win something.
Or to win something. But sooner or later, the thing does come in. Next year, bro, I want to have a nice picture taken of my car at a venue, because I would like to share in the memory.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you break down your entry fee, if I can put it that way, this is how I think of it. $50 towards the venue, $50 towards the organization for organizing the day, and $50 to the media and entertainment team. Because there is always this perception that I'm also going to get to, because you've done both. I think at my event as well, right? You've taken pictures and played music.
Yeah. Not German versus Jap. When was this? Was it
City X
German?
Polo. Yeah.
Yeah, City X Polo.
German versus Jap, and the other one was it? Scribante when something happened to your camera. I had to bring it up. Sorry.
But
Did you not get it back? Hectic.
That was the last time I had an amazing camera.
Okay. Well, sorry for that, Okunom. But in any way, I would assume that those three things would be the most important to whoever's coming there to participate. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna have something that you wanna, I don't know, display as a competitor for X amount of time or years or whatever the case may be, show it to your kids one day or so on and so forth, then you don't necessarily want the empty Coke bottle laying there, or half-eaten piece of chicken laying on the chair, or
BP pies,
120 shoes in your boot type of thing, you know. By all means, if you don't need to open the boot, you're not entering something like best air, we need to check the boot setup, don't worry about it. Load your boot, go for it. If you're not entering something like best German or best Jap, where your overall car is considered your best of show, or your best boot setup, then utilize the boot. If not, then just take everything out of the car and chill with it there.
Yeah.
As soon as you hear prize giving is coming out, then you know most now, okay, there's always going to be somebody around your belongings. Put it back in the car type of vibe. You get what I'm saying?
Keep it fresh.
You agree with it?
Spray a lot of shield. King Shine Boa.
Shield and King Shine Boa. Yeah, no, for sure. But I just think like the main thing that you need to consider, this is me having a human moment towards any event now, mine, yours, whoever. You need to understand, as a competitor, you're coming to compete, right? The same way you wake up this morning like, I'm going to take the Rocky Balboa title today. How many people woke up today, bro, and saying, "Nah, today is my day"? You with me? There's even more people that you just check. Okay, nah, my wheel is there. My footment is there. My car is there. I'm just gonna have a lighter wash off or whatever the case may be. How do you know what the next person went through for their car?
Some of us is staying up late at night.
Some of people don't even sleep.
Look
I've
at,
been here that went a whole.
Bruh, I wanna bring
clock.
us up because my mind was blown about this, bro.
Mm.
Police that they had a spinning event that I think it wasn't the first one, but they had a spinning stance event.
Yeah.
Last year sometime. But Genorim was busy spraying his car and stuff. I will never forget it. Man sent me up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I was supposed to go help, but I didn't go help because I was busy. But at the one slept in front of the bucky.
You mean Menu?
He meant Menu slept in front. He sent me a video of them sleeping in front of the bucky because they were busy the whole night.
Yeah.
They fell asleep in front of the bucky. But
that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Like you don't see the unseen behind the scenes type of vibe.
You just see your man's car move. Now you think, okay, nah, he just washed his car. But bruh, you forget what people is doing for this
people is going through. Also, just like a disclaimer. That's not to say that if you work the whole night, what you're doing is right, or that you're working towards what we discussed now, criteria. You know what I'm saying? So it can be that you're doing all of us in vain. You know what I'm saying? Like if you, I don't know, top of my head, if you had to paint your car 3 different colors last night for an event today, I don't think there would be any award for you, my guy. I'll probably say something to you, but I don't think I can give you an award for it. What do you think? Will you give him an award or not?
I get your point. You're making a valid point there.
Yeah,
just because you're doing it all. Maybe some people go too much or something.
It's exactly the same like the conversation that you touched on now with the wheels, where people tell you, "Nah, bro, how can I not win best wheel? I paid 30,000 first wheel." But now, in all fairness, this is a wheel I haven't seen in my life. I don't appreciate it because I don't know what it is. I don't know. I've never seen this thing before. As a judge, you also have to know that we judge on what the criteria is.
Yeah.
And I would say, like you said earlier, the more popular rooms, if I can put it that way, don't score the highest points wise, right? But now you get something you've never seen before. And no disrespect, but there's one person that appreciates this room compared to 20 people. It's like, yo, bro.
It's not always about how much it costs.
You get what I'm saying?
That's why I'm on the wire with OEM versus rep. Because now you have a 20,000 rand roti form.
Yeah.
But it don't look wow. Yeah, someone else have a BBS that was 6,000 rand. But that thing is banging, bruh.
What's your preference between BBS and roti while we're on it?
Yeah, we're on BBS, bruh. All day. Roti form for track cars. Not fancy boy.
No problem. Nothing wrong with it. So you see, like just a bit of a overall. So I don't think I still have it on the heated debate because you said you wanted to fight me. I think this went.
You want to fight me?
Yeah,
communication is good on the side.
Yeah. Anyway, so just like a discussion between two people that is in the industry, I would say, put it that way, right? But is there anything else you would like to point out show-wise as a competitor? Not as an organizer, as a competitor. Some advice. Give somebody some advice.
The organizers now?
No. Somebody is going to compete.
Oh, somebody is going to compete?
Yeah.
I would say just put your all in. And if you're going for that, make sure you do your best at that. And one thing I hate this about people. If you lose, don't talk down on the next guy. Because there was a show I judged and the guy gave best attitude. Bruh, things ducking all around. I'm talking about hard ducking, bruh. Brazilian vibes. You know what a Brazilian is.
Yeah.
Bruh, the next guy that started complaining is not even ducking a 16-inch wheel, bruh. So much wheel gap. This man is complaining. You're supposed to win best ethic. Now, Adbo puts everyone else off. Because I get you put your work in and but then there's also lots of people that don't know anything about cars, but they think they know. You don't even know that you should have had this to go that low. You think you have this, but you don't. Now, you're spoiling the vibe for everyone because you feel like you are supposed to win. So, for me,
if we swap now, remember you were the organizer now and I was the what do you call it, competitor or contender. If we swap us around now, you've experienced it before. I'm very sure, and you're gonna experience it again going forward. You can never keep everybody happy.
No, you can never keep everyone happy, but I'm not saying we must keep everyone happy. I'm
It would
just
be
saying
nice though. I'm telling you from experience, it would really be nice.
It will be amazing. But now, sober will put you off. You don't smart to judge anymore. I wanted to say no when you asked me, but I only said yes because it's you. I don't smart to judge anymore. You check because people have the worst mindsets. But if you win, look, there was an event, 2023, where I took the brown card boxing. But I was on the floor that day. I have YouTube videos where my guy is on the floor and going to that show. But I didn't win best ethic. I didn't go for best ethic. Keep in mind, I never go to win. I really go for vlogging and the vibe. But I gave best ethic to someone that didn't deserve it, you see. But there's so many people coming to me. You should have won. You should have won. Why didn't you win? I'm like, first of all, I'm not here to win. I'm very happy. I'm happy with my car being here. Yeah, you were there. I'm happy with my car being here.
Finish the sentence, but that one that you had the problem with the photos that I posted. Not last year.
Yeah, don't worry.
Am I right?
Yeah, it's funny.
Okay. Private side for memory. Any rate, we move.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
Then people's coming up to me. They more upset than anything else, and I'm like, why are you upset? I'm not upset. I'm happier.
Yeah.
Keep in mind my car's on the floor, bruh.
Hundreds.
I drove out. I made everyone move out of my way for me to go out because I had to leave. Everyone saw me driving slammed out. And I come back in as Bras lifting up his car and people's like, look, yeah, man's lifting up his car, look how high is it? I'm like, guys, just be happy for the bra. Even me, I was also like, yeah, why did he win? There was a lot of people I thought would have win. I didn't think I was gonna win. There's a lot of hard cars that's on the floor that can win, you see. But Ebo just spoils it for me, man. The fact that people get so upset. And most of the time that is their bra also. Like you're gonna come to me, damn bro, why did Ficky win? Just for example. Why did Ficky win? But Ficky's your bra.
Ficky, why did you win?
Yeah, Ficky.
Ficky is Fickying, ne? If you guys don't know who Ficky is, check out Jarren's channel there. You're gonna check out Ficky is Fickying. Ficky is Fickying. So definitely check him out.
That Chukri's fight is in, brother.
Man, really? 3 hours. I mean, come on, gate crash fresh, boy.
That look like other guy.
Yeah. So, let me ask you this though. Are we on the best static thing now? Best static seems like a topic that is close to your heart.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, it's the only thing that's on my side.
Before we get into your event like properly, who, what, where, you can advertise it, blow it up, all of that beautiful things. How are you gonna get a best static on your criteria now?
It's a hard one.
I'm really putting you on the spot. Yeah, sorry, but I'm not sorry.
But that's the thing. Like I told you, I'm not gonna be judging at that date. So it's up to. But what I would like to do now.
Who's judging? Can you disclose or not yet?
I'm still waiting for them to confirm. Like I asked, but I'm waiting for confirmation. But people everyone know.
Okay.
But yeah, like I was saying, I would like for them to judge now. Maybe they tell me, okay, for best ethic, I think Josh or Shukri. Then I'm gonna be like, okay, I know Josh and Shukri. Keep in mind, I know majority people in P. I probably know everyone that's gonna be at the show.
Famous boy, yeah.
Yeah.
You already said yeah. It's too late. Right. I'm gonna make it the
But I know everyone was I always know everyone when I go to show. When I don't know someone, my mind is blown, but I may be excited for this person. But if they tell me it's between Josh or Shukri, I'll be like, yeah. But Shukri drive every day low. I know Shukri drive low. You see? So I'm gonna give it to Shukri.
Because you don't know me.
No, because I know you. I know both of you. But I know he drive lower than you every day. You check. For best setting now. I think that's...
Can I interject? But what if Josh has a company car and I don't?
Yeah, give me a company car, man.
I get you.
Fair.
Josh really had a company car. I don't know if he's still there.
I don't have it anymore now. Yeah, no more stands and no more company cars. But that's like some of the stuff that people talk about, go about. I think we're coming up on the hour mark now, so I'm going to take a 10-minute intermission break. When we get back, I want to get into.
We'll be back after the ad break.
Yeah, we're gonna have an ad break quickly.
You know, like SCBC tour.
Yes, we
You know the YouTube ads. We're gonna put that Timo advert, you know. Timo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but to be right back shortly. Break with your brain. Take one. Thank you so much for tuning into the pod. It's proudly sponsored today by DJing Media. For all your social media, advertising, marketing, and printables, please visit the website djingmedia.co.za. Thank you so much again. Welcome back to the pod, ladies and gents. I've got Mr. VibeCity out here with me, and we're gonna dive straight back in. So, as I said before, I'd like you to walk me through the earlier part. Sorry, we're now moving straight from the stance event into the history, but the determining factors, obviously, for you building the brand, that is yourself. Starting with the photography, what went into that, or how did it actually start?
Slam City's event in 2019, I want to say. It was an event somewhere in Newton Park. It's the Slam City event. The name was Slam City.
Pedro. Yeah.
That day, weirdly enough, guess who is important in a story?
Oh,
Kat.
okay.
Funny enough, at the time, I always looked up. I always looked up to Oval's photos, bruh. Sure, Oval's photos.
Yeah. Shout out the full eat.
Shout out full eat. Now, Kat had a camera at the time. Gave me a camera, told me, just take photos. I always used to take photos on my phone, always. And it came out alright. Then Kat gave me a camera. Started taking photos in Bawa. Then I met Oval the same day. Oval showed me settings in Bawa, showed me a few things. And after that, it was just
The rest
camera.
was history.
And then I sold my Xbox to buy a camera for myself.
Okay.
Got the camera.
What camera did you get?
Nikon D3100. I don't look weird, but I don't know nothing about cameras. It's just, you know, when you really into something, like it's for you, it's really for you.
Yeah.
It just flows. You just get everything right. I don't know nothing about cameras. Till today, Shukri and tell me now all that stuff. I'm just gonna be like, yo. That's a lot of it.
Yeah, it's a complex and expensive hobby, to be honest.
It's really expensive, right? Like this probably 10,000 rand.
I don't know.
I know the basic stuff, but after that, got more into it. There was another event you hosted by the gallery. Don't know what it was.
City Expo Supreme Fest.
Yeah. Supreme Fest.
You're gonna think I'm lying now. I actually looked at that message that you sent for that event. Last week, Week before last.
But that was years ago.
Yeah, it really was. So that's how long ago. I didn't live in PE.
Exactly years ago. But yeah, then I took photos of Jason. Big shout out to Jason. At that day I didn't have a camera.
Okay.
But Jason from, what is Jason's tattoo parlor thing now again? You know Jason, man? Pleasure House Tattoo.
Yeah.
Big fucking shout out. I forgot Jason's surname. So Jason Jason had a fire camera, but I remember it, man. Just bought that camera and he gave it to me to take photos. Took photos all day. Got my own camera. Went from there. Then started hosting park-offs and started taking photos at the park-offs. People started coming so they can get photos at park-offs. I think that's the main reason.
Yeah.
A lot of people came because everywhere I go, people's asking for photos in the world. And from there, it just was a continuous thing of, I want more, I want to do this, I want to try that, I want to try this. So I met more people. I remember you remember Kamo?
Yeah.
Funny enough, I saw him recently by Ficky's house. And
yeah, that was not too far from
Yeah. And then, I don't know what was
he's
speaking
into
about.
fitness and stuff.
His fitness, Kamo was on a bicycle in the world.
I was also
surprised
to say the least.
But yeah, and then we were speaking like about those times, like stuff is different at that time.
Yeah.
Compared to now, stuff was completely different.
100%.
And then I looked at him and I told him, you know what, man, what is funny? I was 15 years old and I was friends with everyone. I was friends with everyone because I assume it was the photos. Because who doesn't want a photo of their car? But I was friends with everyone that was in the 20s, 30s, whatever. Till today, I'm friends with people far older than me. And I prefer it because I don't really like the mentality of people my age. So from there, it just went up. And photography was something I always wanted to do in any case. God just opened that book for me when he gave me a camera because it was my first time having a camera in my hand.
Okay.
So that opened
On
it for
the
me.
job kind of training.
Yeah, on the job, literally on the job. It was like, yeah, and then boom. And then I always wanted to do YouTube.
Yeah.
It was always a dream. DJing was always a dream. Hosting events, it was everything. I accomplished all my dreams except one. Only one more that I must accomplish. Then I will feel very satisfied.
Then tell us what it is, or you're gonna come back when you achieved it.
Nah, I will come. I'm gonna come back to the podcast and I achieve. But
Okay.
for me, it's to be a full-on drift car driver. I want to do drifting full time. Drifting with YouTube. That is my dream. Full on having drift cars and but not spinning. Don't get me twisted. Drifting. I will get into spinning first because I really smart to do it. But from there, drifting. That is my dream, man. Because I went into the YouTube and the YouTube just made it that dream bigger because of the people I'm meeting, the cars I'm seeing. You check. As you know, Shukri also knows because he was my photographer. I hosted my snow club events, was a DJ. Funny enough, Shukri knows. Our posters used to say no under 18s, and I was 16.
Talk about contradiction.
I was 16. I was hosting events.
Shout out some of the venues you used to have your events at.
Well, everyone knows Dockside. That was the main one.
Yeah.
Shukri was our photographer. Yeah, we had one by Blue Note. Never again.
And then other lights just rubbed it off as well.
Bro, it was crazy. But let's not get into that.
Okay.
Yeah, the club events just wasn't for me after a while because I was in a club Wednesday to Sunday
Okay.
every week.
So it gets boring.
It's too much, man. I was young. I was 18 at the time when I was like full on. I was 17. And it's too much, man. It's partying every day. And to a point where it's like, yeah, but again. Like people now, I'm young now. I'm still young, though. I'm supposed to be partying. This is a party age. I don't want to party. I would love that party. It was done. It's over.
Yeah.
Shukri have all the wild photos of me and Bawa.
The evidence.
All evidence was taken.
Comment down below if you would like to see us. I don't think blackmail is that. Oh yeah, we're gonna blackmail him with the photo of him from when is it? 1998.
Just imagine.
No, unreal. Comment down below if you'd like to see a picture of Jarren being a DJ in the pre-times era. Comment down below. If you can comment shot by China. China was your photography brand, right? So comment down below shot China or China shot, and we'll definitely will have it posted as a post on the channel for sure.
That was wild times, bro. But
so how does the evolution, if I can put it that way, or the journey evolve from there to going straight on into the music? Obviously, as a photographer and as a YouTuber, you kind of need to be around what is working, what is talked about, what is popular, what is in demand for content purposes. So whether it be taking pictures of somebody who's I don't want to say trending, but in living in the spur of the moment, or taking content of them in forms of video pictures for YouTube. How does that transition work for you? Or what's going through your mind at that point in time?
Just do it.
Just do it.
It's the thing where, like you say, if I take a photo of someone famous and that person maybe likes it, they post it, my bill is gonna go up now.
Yeah.
So, well, it's a lot, man. Like with the car shows, we used to go. I tried going to every show. I probably did go to every show, and every car show just made my following grow more because I'm taking photos of a famous car now or very well-known car. So now people post it, people see it, whatever.
Yeah.
It gets better and better, goes higher and higher. And being around the cars, there's music also, obviously. So
I'm gonna get to it now.
That interested me, got my interest, the music. So from the cars, I saw all the DJs. I don't know any of the DJs, but I saw it and I was like, yo.
If you can shout out any DJ, whether he inspired you, like his music, or was always around, whatever the case may be, or would it be? Well, give me two. Shout out two DJs from PE.
Definitely. I never went into his type of genre, but one DJ I definitely look up to was Benna B.
Shout out Benna.
Definitely.
And the
Benna
second?
was, I don't know.
Anyone, for whatever reason.
There was a group, I want to say. Yeah, there were 4 people. Shukri knows them. Filio was the name. But
Yo.
Filio, yeah. 4 ones.
Shout out
They
that.
used to DJ by your events. Filio, the
Filio?
full. Yeah. Q and them.
And I don't know what the other.
Jamian and
That is
Oh.
now
who's married? Sorry. Who's married?
the one bro feel you. I
Is it
his name. Insert the photo here. They're wearing that.
Q? They have black one.
Yeah.
Q, you see Q's married?
Hectic. I didn't know about Filio.
But yeah, they used to teach by Yobo. But they were in high school. The one was in high school with me. So seeing him do it, I was like, yo, I smart to do it.
Mm.
See, got into it.
There's a different way of looking at this because, again, this is a statement or it's a comment. Agree or disagree. Don't just feel free. But you started off with the camera photography thing, and as you're saying, you basically chasing the fire or you chasing the dream
Yeah.
with the camera, and you get to a certain point where you check like, hey, I was actually running around here with all these things or whatever the case may be, in and around the club organizing. Maybe I can shake some of us off and actually just go have a good time, get the salary or paycheck, whatever the case may be for the DJ thing, and then we break out.
Yes.
But you kept the camera there, so you kind of like adding another
Yeah.
what is this, industry to your portfolio, if I can put it that way. But what I would really like to know is, even though that was having fun, that was having business, that was really having a good time, I always say this to him, like, if you're gonna do it, do it nicely, so that if the day or the event or the thing does come, there is, I'm not saying evidence as in evidence, but there's something to refer back to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like me and you shared memories or like whatever the case may be.
Okay.
There's a photo there somewhere floating around of what we were speaking about,
No doubt.
right? So for you now to be able to take pictures and be a DJ and have the background basically of having a club event, now also moving into an event going forward, how does that thought pattern feel for you now, knowing that you're a YouTuber now and that you can see people taking pictures around you and you can hear people taking actual videos around you and playing lacquer music, but knowing that you can't use the music that your previous DJs or DJ industry type of guys can be used freely in your YouTube, and the photographers also can't be used directly. What's the feeling like for it?
It's weird, especially with music. Because, I mean, everyone wants to listen to
100%.
a famous song, but hey, we're going to get copyrighted. And there's a lot of my YouTube videos copyrighted because I didn't know about that at the time.
Yeah.
See, found out afterwards. So now we use CapCut sounds or whatever. You know, all of us use CapCut sounds. So it's not the best thing, you know, because obviously we want to hear some Drake maybe or Kendrick Lamar on a YouTube video, you know. But
I don't know what the actual problem is there, though, to be honest with you, because I mean, if you were an artist in any way or any form, as you were just saying now with the camera thing, instead of having a photographer saying, can I come and take pictures here? Your song is already playing there. You get what I'm trying to say? So
that's my
if there was like, I don't know, I would assume that there would, I don't know, is or should or can be some sort of arrangement. I think that would be good. I don't
because
know.
it's always
all the
gonna
details.
boost them, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I also don't know the details, but
I would
if I
assume
were to
something towards
the money more so.
royalties or something.
Yeah.
Eh?
Because if I were to make music and you using my music on your videos, your viewers never knew me. Now they know me. You check.
Yeah,
That's how I see it, but it is true.
Both ways actually.
true, yeah.
Because if you search in a song and you look for it on YouTube, then it shows you I think it's the highest viewed video ne? For using that specific music.
Oh, wait.
Hectic, yeah.
Hectic bouwen.
Hectic, bro, yeah. Yeah, let me just have a shout out to me. Check a cups out, huh? How's the cups, say?
Upside down cup. Upside down. Yeah, but it looks, it's just the one is upside down. I like it actually.
Yeah, I must make the other one, actually.
Yeah, I like it upside down.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into a bit of what you prefer, what you like. Either or choose. Like I said before, if you don't want to answer anything for whatever, I'm not gonna ask you something crazy. If you don't want to answer, you just say skip. We'll move along. No problem. All right. Being a DJ or being a photographer for you?
Photographer.
Why?
Only because of the type of person I am now.
Okay.
I prefer. I love DJing, no doubt, but I don't like the environment anymore. Like I would DJ at the car show, but I won't
Okay.
DJ at the club again.
Okay.
You check. So photography, it's just more interesting for me because I get to go and I get to make this boring picture look amazing. Okay, it's not boring, but it's dry. So now I can add the colors. I can do this. I make my own. It's art.
Yeah.
I see it as art. DJing is also art, no doubt. But I just don't like the environment. So me personally, if you asked me this 3 years ago, I would have said DJing.
Yeah.
You check.
Okay. If you could be a contestant at a stunt event or be the organizer of the stunt event, what would it be?
Contestant, less stress.
I think you have a lot less on you, man, because
Well, a lot. You basically just going.
I feel like I've been at so many events, but I've had so many of my own events that I've missed out so much on because you can't be everywhere at once. You know?
Can't, yeah.
So somebody is always trying to find out something somehow, some way, and unfortunately, you need to be on the other side of wherever it is. You know. In your mind, why do we not have a big enough photography award ceremony or competition in PE?
Photography awards ceremony.
We have stunts competitions, we have marathons, we have people
That's
boxing, golfing, soccer. Why do we not hear about anything for photography?
That's a nice. I never even thought of. Even DJs have competitions. That's a thinker.
There's something you can do about it.
Shukri.
Yeah.
Don't smile on your phone. We're hearing what is being said.
No, you must all start a creative corner for us. We're going to call it the creative corner.
It to be, not even if it's like a Facebook competition, like people entering their photos in, but I mean, I don't know what you would win, but win one of Shukri's mics.
No. Yeah. I don't know. It's not mine. I can't give it away. Yeah, what am I going to do now? Hold on, let me just take a selfie so I get to the head of the competition. Yeah.
Only one brother gonna win that competition. His name is Lolo.
Yeah.
Lolo is permanently doing the thing that he says his phone take better than
Fuck your
iPhone.
iPhone. Every caption is fuck your iPhone. Nothing else. He doesn't even say anything about the car. It's just fuck your iPhone.
Nice, Lolo. We're gonna get to Lolo next week, definitely.
Yeah.
Would you rather be remembered as a contestant, the organizer, or collector in the car scene?
I think a contestant and organizer.
Why not the collector?
What's fun about collecting?
You can collect trophies, you can collect awards. Strangely enough, I collect certificates.
Yeah, is it?
I collect certificates. I've got like not all of them are hard printed out, but this is my way, like I told you earlier, of having some sort of evidence because there is definitely pictures out, but I think it would be crazy if you want to be at your own event and be in every single picture. So instead, I just make an extra certificate with my name or whatever it is I liked about the day. Certain people have, they put a memory out for you. So if I use you as an example, there's Jarren. Over the top of my head, I'll have a certificate for that specific event and I'll keep it.
Gewoon best gesepen woorden.
Yeah. Who's your favorite DJ at the stance event?
At the stance event? Yo, what's the brother's name now again? There's a few, ne? There is really a few. Like I will always put Filio on top. You see, it's my own set, and they set the vibe. It's just chill vibe. So I will always put Filio there, definitely. At why am I struggling to forget? Like, I forgot all these DJs' names, bruh. Yo, it's been a while. Yo, Waven is one of them. Definitely Waven.
Waven just became a father now, like the weekend, eh? Congrats.
Congrats to Waven.
Yeah.
Oh, Waven? Hey, see.
Yeah.
Why is everyone becoming fathers?
You. Oh. Oh. Sorry. My bad.
Your plans?
Let's break the ice here. Canon or Sony camera brand?
Sony.
Why?
Because Sony.
Okay. so
Sony. The Sony A7 Mark II. I don't know a lot about cameras, but I know something.
I like the A7 a lot, and I like the
The
ZV-E10.
A7's quality.
I don't know why I like
If
the
man is setting, I
ZV-E10.
will also take an A7 Note. No. Why not?
CVE1.
He's losing.
A7
He's losing me.
Mark 4.
Why?
4K everything. 4K 120 everything.
He lost me there.
No, it's
But 4K.
the ZV-E10 and the Nikon N30, the Sony A7. It's like when you look like through the YouTube credits for I don't want to say 90%, but let's say a big percentage of the people on YouTube that share their gear, you'll see that thing. So it's like they do affiliate links basically. So for us in South Africa, it would be like buy this and take a lot, and for everything that is bought through your link, you get a commission.
Oh.
Yeah. What's your favorite speaker manufacturer as a DJ?
Speaker manufacturer. That's so
That wasn't me.
Everybody's on silent. What was it? I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really still go into that. If you are gonna ask me car sound wise, I can answer it, but
Go for it.
DJ Bowen, I don't really know.
Okay, go for it. Best sound manufacturer for a car.
For me, I like Pioneer.
You like Pioneer?
I really like Pioneer.
guy.
Pioneer and Sony is like it's just I grew up with my father always using Pioneers, you see.
Okay.
So then he transitioned to Sony. So I'm just that guy now. But the stuff is quality, man.
Yeah, 100%. And then your favorite front loader?
What's that?
Front loader in the car.
Front loader.
A deck.
A deck? In a car?
The USB thing that plays CDs. That
tape,
deck,
me, bro. The same tape.
I mean, now series not 35. Now is the right. Well, people saying a tape. A tape is the one that plays a cassette, isn't it?
We all say tape.
Color jargon.
Tape.
Best tape manufacturer.
Front loader. I learned something new today. I'm gonna ask everyone what's their favorite front loaders now.
Okay.
That's what it should be called. Dick.
Yeah, it's a dick. So
Not a dick.
Pause. No,
What's your favorite dick? I'm a dick.
But there Sony, definitely.
Sony, definitely.
I have a Sony in my car now.
What is your favorite brand of car to be stanced?
Toyota.
Any specific derivative?
Specific car, specific. Like what? So there's a lot I can mention there. But
just give me one.
Off the top, a Lexus LS400.
Okay.
It's not the South African, a big guy in South Africa, but for me, Lexus LS400, Supras. I'm not really into the South African cars.
Yeah.
Because we have a very small variety of cars. But obviously, I'm gonna say a boxy also.
No, for sure. But what makes it so very interesting for us is we go with what we know, and other people appreciate what we go with. The exact same, like you mentioned earlier, the guys in Brazil, where they have the Polo Bakkie, Polo looking Bakkie. It's not that the Polo looking Bakkie is better than the Caddy, but what other Bakkie you're gonna stand? Say Amarok.
You're right, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So they go with what they got, and we appreciate that even more than what we've got here because we don't see that here at all. You get what I'm saying? Same like for them now, if they look here like they must get a Caddy with the air suspension and be like, yo, why does it go pin up in here now? You check. So yeah.
His bucket like
I would really like to see or hear somebody's opinion on why not Vicky? Vicky's Bakkie, and more specifically on Vicky's limit for his
bam.
yeah.
Your Vicky's long ass stack also gutter pipe.
Yeah. I think that's Vicky's
Going to
signature
cigarette.
move, ne?
That is his signature.
Yeah,
Or
I
if
think
we-
so.
If he come in, it's the first thing he's gonna do.
Yeah. No,
I don't like
definitely want to
your-
hear him after I'm gonna give him to after Ramadan, then I'm gonna offer him a seat, you know. But definitely,
Okay.
I wanna hear from him
They have
too.
to
If
be,
you see him before me,
to have Vicky on the podcast.
please tell me. I know it's gonna be some crazy
Yo,
energy,
it's gonna be a
definitely
funny podcast.
up and
Cute,
down, but
funny and
definitely.
serious.
If you see him before me, definitely tell
Yeah,
him.
definitely amazing.
Yeah. Your favorite venue in PE for a stance event?
Yo, I can answer off the top of my head. MacArthur's Pools. Pools and Beach was my favorite event, bruh. It doesn't accommodate a lot of people, ne? But, bruh, the focus you get out of it,
It
man.
was very dope, yeah.
It's just the vibe, the beach. Nobody was even in the pool. Okay, there was one, bruh. But, like, just the vibe, just knowing your car is around the pool and the beach is there. That's just the vibe, man. Like, we're doing an event now, basically next to the beach.
Yeah.
Which is amazing in my mind. Because if you're going to drive in Summerstream, you look to your left, you're going to see all our cars, which is, I think that's a nice sight to see. But Pools and Beats, MacArthur Pools was my favorite event.
Shout out, bro, boys.
Yeah, big shout out to them. That is like, it's out of a box, man. No, I don't think anyone thought of that. That was a one-time out of a box idea. Other than that, you have Triple S with the background because the mountains is there. That is fire, and there's enough space for everyone. But I don't really, how do I put this without sounding slecht? It's not really. There's no real element of excitement, man. Like you go there, just a lot. Like I like seeing putting cars certain places in. Like just have background. I don't mind Triple S. Triple S is amazing. I like going to Triple S. You see, for spinning. But I like Triple S. But I like when a car just has your car is here, background, your car's there, our background. There's a nice foreground, you see. But when we go there, we just look at the cars.
Yeah.
I'm speaking basically in picture, camera, photography wise.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Easier on the eye to take photos of a car next to a pool.
Yeah. So, stance or spinning?
In which way, like what I prefer or
What you prefer?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm getting really into the spinning scene like since last year. I started I befriended Nasim from Unity Motors.
Yeah.
And I like really got
cool
into
dude.
it.
I also invited him. Obviously after Ramadan. Shout out Nasim.
Big shout out to Nasim and Unity Motors and Mr. Wheels.
Yeah.
I did a few videos with him. And it really got me into the spinning, man. Like I maybe it's because I'm not deep enough into spinning, but they're more welcoming. The stance is just a lot of height at the moment in my mind.
Yo, I can beg to differ.
That's why I say
let's discuss it on your podcast. I'll tell you a few things, but let's do it on your podcast.
That's why I say I'm not that deep into the spinning, so I don't know. Yeah. But from my point of view right now, it's popping.
Let me say this. It's nice always when you are not too deep into something because then you only see the nice things.
Only see the nice things.
Like you've been exposed now to stance for, I would say, more than
years or so years.
Yeah. So I'm sure what you know now, something, don't mention it, but I'm just saying there is something that you know in the back of your mind now that you didn't know 3 years ago that is not so appetizing. You know, when you think of it or that behavior or trend, you're also like, why?
No way.
Oh, your favorite thing? Bruh.
But I will always choose stance because it's in
its own.
Its own.
Yeah.
I will always choose stance over spinning. But spinning just have the adrenaline, man. Because you come with the stance, you park a car, shop.
Yeah.
You go to a spinning event, you're just excited. The adrenaline is there. You can't believe us, man is jumping through his window.
Yeah. No, 100%. If you have to, I asked Ella this also, but what do you think is going to happen now? What's the state of stance, if I can put it that way, with Scribs and Triple S now?
Yo, bro, there's a lot
almost out of bounds.
Yeah, I was going to say now, I heard that a lot of venues is not accepting that anymore and stuff. I don't know much about it, but I
what do you think about it? Give us your human opinion. Good thing, bad thing, like it, don't like it.
Look, it's a bad thing now because now, I'm not going to say there's nowhere for us to go, but look at the track now. I was the parkers there. We're safe there. Like, everyone is fine with us there. But it's not an event, it's just chill. When you're speaking of event-wise, there's now really very little venues. There's a lot there, but people don't want to drive to there. People don't want to go there. Roads this, roads that, whatever the case may be.
Or, it's always a big debate, no?
Yeah. Or the owners is asking too much for the venue. Like I know Mekatipools ask a lot of money for the venue. I know that because I also wanted to host the event there. So it's bad now because it's pushing us around. Like, where do we go now? Because now police is hosting the Sunday services. Big shout out to them for keeping the scene alive because they're hosting Sunday services almost every week.
Yeah.
Which is, I give a big shout out to that because that is really keeping the people outside. Plus, winter's coming up. We gonna all be inside for a while. You check. So for the time being, I like that they're putting events up in Boa. But I'm not fond of the idea that we have nowhere to go.
I feel like, I don't know if you're going to agree with me, but I feel like we treat it like smokers. You can do what you want, but only in the smoker section.
That way.
You check, but as soon as there's too many smokers, or people smoke the wrong brand, then they move or they chop down that smoker section.
Yeah, it is true. That is my analogy. I like that.
It's very, if I have to weigh in on it, I would definitely say it's sad because if you look at the community that we've built, I always use this for the diversity that we actually got in the stance community. I mean, if you look at, somebody showed me where we were in the video for a music video for Jack and his brother's tribute. Who would have thought that that would have been, shout out to Junant and the Terrible Twins, definitely. But who would have thought that that would have been somewhere where you would have had people showcasing cars or the car community at the sentimental event like that. You get what I'm saying? I looked at something where we had a drive along for, although I tapped out, stunt is not a crime thing that actually ended up being on TV.
Big thing. Okay, I want to touch on this topic. That is I told my girlfriend this literally last week. It's something that people won't agree with me, but it's a part of PE's history. The reason I say that, because that day we filled Summer Strand.
Yeah.
We have the photos, we have the videos. He was there. I don't know if you were there.
I had to tap out.
But, it was so full. Every street you go, Fast and Furious when they all split up, it was like that.
100%.
You go into a street, there's cars here. Go to the next street. And the one thing that I loved, everyone was low. Where in the group that we were speaking about this, we had a rule. Number plates, reasonable height. Nobody obeyed that rule. And I was all for it. I didn't like that rule. It was just amazing, man, to see the community get together.
Yeah.
It was united. Everyone was united, and we bombarded the police, and the army was even sent out for us. I remember when we came back to Galvin, the army fans were standing and waiting for us. What he was going to do us? Like, I mean, people will be burning in the streets now, or taxis will take over, they'll do nothing about it. But the moment we try to do something, just driving together a lot of cars, it's a problem. We're just driving together. You get me? But now, people's driving for the taxis or whatever, not to hate on the taxi community, but it is the truth. And people burning in the streets and nothing happens, bro. But the moment we post now, convoy, boom, roadblocks.
It's very interesting that you actually pointed that out because your posting is also extremely difficult to do. Like, sorry, I forgot to say this. I needed to actually say this. So if you can do it, if I get to take me back to the back.
Rewind.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Brag with the Brain podcast. I've got Mr. VibeCity here, and he just wants to say hello to Karen. How are you today, Karen?
I remember that.
Did you forget about Karen?
Yo, it is a crazy night.
That was one for the books, eh?
Just say that.
I'm gonna tag that video also. Definitely.
Yo, it was crazy, bro.
It was crazy, but
Shoot.
we're not gonna take you through the pain and agony, but it was not so good. The ending. But it made a good video.
Yeah, it made a fire video, bro.
It made definitely a good video.
I like when people do stuff like that. It just makes the content better.
Hectic, bro.
Big shout out to Karen.
Yeah. So with that being said, like the posting, sorry, no, what I was trying to say is that it makes it a bit difficult to kind of get proper support, proper sponsors, and proper people around you because I mean, if you post, I don't know what your last post took on social media, but let's just say you get 100 views, any platform, whatever platform it is. How do you actually know which one of that 100 is not somebody trying to spoil the fun or shut down the event or
That's a big thing that a lot of people don't think about. Because I spoke to my girlfriend literally about the same stuff last week. We never know who's at 5,000 people. You may be gonna tell me, yeah, I watched. Okay, but that's you. Who else watched? There's 5,000 people watching your video. 5,000 people don't like you. Not all at 5,000 people is agreeing with us, but they're watching because they want to know more. And at the end of the day, sometimes we put so much on our videos, we give too much information, and we shoot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Because one of that 5,000 people has some type of power to stop something that you're gonna do. Look at you.
Just look like like a throwback. I hear you 100%. I think it's a bit sad because this is a completely wide comparison and analogy I'm making. But if you have a community in America, I don't care what it's for, whether it's for old veterans, there's one for like old wagons, there's one for the religious and sexual beliefs and all those beautiful things. But if you belong to a community, you have the support of your country in terms of your government and the social presence, as in terms of if you don't understand the community, let him be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like people
We don't have it here.
No, we
We
don't.
don't have it here. Not only for stance, I'm not going to get into it because I'm not a political advisor or whatever the case may be, but I'm just saying, like, on a social level, a everyday thing, day-to-day vibes, etc. We don't have it here where people like respect or accept
Other beliefs.
or just leave. When I say just leave, I don't mean like do whatever you want, but as long as you're not hurting you, disturbing your peace, or breaking down whatever you try to build, why should you have a problem with it? You know what I'm trying to say? It's very interesting and it's very head scratching at sometimes because if you actually look at it, we've got a wide variety of people from different places of birth. We've got a wide variety. There's no segregation in terms of race where we have only colored or only black or only white or only Indian or whatever the case may be. You get what I'm saying? If I take it as the last crew I was part of, City Nation, we had practically all colors, languages, religions, the works was there, man. You get what I'm saying? And then you get to a place where people tell you, no, this is where the line is drawn because of X, Y, and Z. But yet you brought so many people together to display a form of art, if I can put it that way.
Exactly, and people don't see that.
Yeah.
Now, that, like us, especially with our low cars, we're seen as literal low lives. Because, like I said, I always drive my car on the floor, you see. So, a lot of people you're not used to seeing just the car just driving past on the floor. Okay, we are in PE, we honestly are.
Yeah.
It's kind of a normal for us. But a lot of people aren't used to it. Like I drive in Summerstrand all over with my car, you see. And the looks people will give you, man. It's like pure disgust and disappointment when they look at you. But I'm hurting nobody.
Can I comment?
Yeah.
That might hurt you even more, but I know exactly what you're saying because certain people feel like when you break the law, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Look at this dude, man. You've got your whole life ahead of you and all the other. What are you doing? You're messing up your future and all that stupid stuff they tell you. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna take it out. But I mean, it's almost now like a scene law that you shouldn't be that low. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's maybe the holistic or the top-down approach doesn't look too appetizing to certain people that don't understand the passion or the creativity. And the only thing I can do or advise or suggest to somebody like that is come check out an event. You check.
Exactly, but
Come
I
check
feel the
out an
vibe.
event. Yeah, come see
Literally
what
just
it's
feel the
about.
vibe.
See the bonding, even though there is competition or there is
Yeah.
not competition. Come check it out.
What-
See how all of these people gather together, share the passion for something so cool.
What I learned over the past few years, like this recent 2 years, I'm like really getting into this. I try not to judge people. Like maybe you're listening to something I don't like, but that is your bow, me, bro. If you like it, you like it. I'm not gonna be like, man, put that bow off or whatever. It's you, because at the end of the day, I'm listening to something you don't like, but I'm enjoying as well.
Yeah.
I'm driving a car you don't like, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't like your whatever car you're driving, but it's you enjoying it, bro. At the end of the day, that sticker. Imagine all the people living it together in peace. It's a sticker. Imaginable. Just everyone must just accept each other. Not.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, people get upset at certain things, and I mean, certain things is wrong. Even if you're enjoying it, some is like
Yeah.
borderline. It's over.
I'm a firm believer if you are harming or hurting somebody, then it can't be.
That's not cool. You check. But look at us. I'm not hurting anyone when I'm driving my car. Maybe your neck, but nothing else you check.
Yeah.
Your neck is gonna be a little sore. But
Yeah.
I mean, just let people enjoy things.
Yeah.
Look how happy people are. Look at your child. You looking at us in disgust. Your child's like, wow. One day when I'm big, my loud car that you don't like, your son or even your daughter is like, yo, daddy, yeah,
time is gone and we didn't even get into the geographics, but I don't know, I'm gonna have to achieve your goal or try to get that to start spinning. I'm gonna invite you back. Comment down below if you would like to see Jarren back here. Unfortunately now we've run out of time, so I didn't even get to finish my his or hers. I'm gonna finish up with anybody want to give any shout outs to? I know you've got a long list of supporters, you've got a long list of people.
Sponsors, everyone.
Go for it.
Big shout out to Gloss guys and King Shine one time, because they're a big part in my story. And big shout out to all the sponsors. Big shout out to MGZ Garage, Gino, Campudonico, and Manfred at Moonlight
Industries, Moonlight Auto.
Everyone, and my cameraman also. I have a cameraman, Oldies Media. Follow him.
Don, it's always late.
It's always late, bro.
Okay, we'll tag him below.
I'm always late,
He will put his Instagram handle. He's lost. He's always late.
And one time, big shout out to my team at VibeCity. It's our thing. It's not my thing. Nobody must get a book twisted. It's a group. And big shout out to my girlfriend. Definitely, my girlfriend is putting me out there with a lot of things and helping me with a lot of things that people don't know.
That didn't sound right. You said your girlfriend's putting you out.
Yeah.
Did I hear wrong? Sorry. Just rewind.
Rewind. That is selective hearing.
Sorry. Let's rewind. Fact check.
Your girlfriend put you out.
But one time she's helping me with a lot of things that nobody knows about. So big shout out to my girlfriend, my team. I've mentioned everyone's names throughout the podcast, but one time, big shout out to everyone. Big shout out to you too for doing us, bro. I'm actually really excited for us.
No, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. We're gonna close up today just with a short message, similar to what I had out last week. So here you've got another YouTuber. I'm gonna give him the opportunity to close off the episode with a like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna let him close it off as well. Before you give the like, comment, subscribe, we open here. I would like to maybe invite you to have the opportunity to share with the audience why or what it means when you get a like, a comment, a subscribe, a follow on TikTok or Instagram, just as a content creator. It doesn't need to be something hectic in depth, but if you want to be, you can go for it.
It's free.
Yeah.
Costs you nothing to subscribe. I think a lot of people have the misconception of you have to pay, because there's a lot of things that you subscribe and you must pay.
Yeah. I think it's the word. Actually.
Subscribe just sounds like pay.
Yeah.
But no, what YouTube, just press the subscribe button. Once you view it, if you like our videos, a like means a lot. A comment means a lot. But just press the subscribe button, man. Come over issue. It will cost you nothing. It is free. And you're always gonna get the videos popping up in Bawa. So if you like it, press subscribe. If you don't like it, press subscribe. Tell your friends to like it. Watch it. Make your friends like it. And You know what Roscoe said a few years ago?
Roscoe said a lot a few years
Roscoe said a
ago.
lot of things, but it's the TV. Hello, mommy. Yeah, but his ultimate one, it's the same video. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Even if I have a YouTube channel, subscribe to his YouTube channel. I played his one around a little, but subscribe to that YouTube channel. You can subscribe to mine if you smart too. Jarren Beaton. But thank you.
Thank you very much for coming by, having a chat.
One time.
All the best in your future endeavors. Definitely, I'm going to invite you back on one of the upcoming seasons. But thank you very much for coming to have a chat
I'll
with
be
us.
back.
It'll be back. I'll link his socials down below. Don't forget to check him out.
Follow.
Yeah, there's too much
Ping,
places
ping.
to follow, but all of them will definitely be down
All of
below.
them say Jarren Beaton.
Yeah. If you'd like to participate or sponsor anything towards the podcast, you're more than welcome. I'll leave my email address down below.
Not upside down ones.
Yeah, right way around one. Thank you very, very much. We out here. Can't wait for this after
Peace.
the pod. Huh? We outside. Inside.
Outside, but inside.
Check
Not
you guys.